Hey, what's going on, everyone? P2OM Sports Moment. It's a moment in time when things like this happen, when you're able to catch up with good people like this. I'm going to lay everything out for you guys, though, okay? We're going to go nice and slow with it today. P2OM.com on the Facebook. You have to like the page. That's the only way you can stay connected and get pertinent information that we're going to give you today. The website is P2OM.com. The social media, Instagram and Twitter, I made it super simple. It is at Put2OM. That's Instagram and Twitter. So today I have the honor of hanging out with a friend. How long has it been? Like probably 2 years, 3 years or more?
Since probably 5 or 6 years that we've known each other.
Okay, 5 or 6 years.
A lot of AAU seasons.
A lot of AAUs this season, and let me tell you, they didn't start off too good, but with the testosterone in the coach and the you know how it gets to the AAU games. But we've grown to understand each other, and we'll get into all that. But I'm hanging out with head coach of NCCC Thunderwolves, Coach Beeline, and I want to lay out some credentials for some accomplishments. So 3 times Coach of the Year, Region 3, Division 2.
Correct.
Okay. He has sent more than 24 players on to 4-year colleges, because this is a junior college,
Correct.
JUCO, and universities, with majority of them earning athletic scholarships. Okay. And you threw out some other accomplishments as well. Why don't you go ahead and just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so typically we're nationally ranked every single year. Our strength of schedule is way up. We get kids in here that are extremely humble and hungry and want to push themselves to the next level, and that just helps everything else kind of fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
Those hungry kids are kids. I think we've had like 37 go on to Division 2. We've had 6 or 7 Division 1 guys at this point.
Okay. Now the main point of this show is why I wanted to talk to Coach B. Like, I know you guys are looking right now and wondering what are we going to get into. But a lot of young players, even older players, mention the fact that they don't want to go to a junior college because they feel like, how can you get looks at a junior college? So we do have 2 questions that were emailed to us, so I'm gonna throw those at you in a minute. Let's see. Overall, 2019-20 season, 7-0 at home. 7-0, I believe it was, right?
Yeah, I think we won undefeated at home. Yep.
Okay, good feeling?
Yeah, you always want to win your home games. That's when the family and friends are there, so you got to put the show on.
Yeah, that's 7-0. When I saw that record, I'm like, wow, it's really 7-0. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. Away record was 9-3. Do you remember the teams you lost to?
Yes, we lost to Sullivan by 2 points. We lost a game to Erie at Erie.
Okay.
And we lost to a Division 1 JUCO Monroe out of New Rochelle, New York.
Okay. Is the talent more? How would you rate the talent versus down in the New York area versus the talent, like down south? Like, is there a huge difference?
There's a big difference between the Division 1 junior college and a Division 2. Some of the Midwest, the Jayhawk Conference, the Florida conferences, the Ranger Conference in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They're able to get talent all over the place. Division 1 junior colleges can offer you your tuition, your room and board, a meal plan. They can pay for it all. They can pay for some travel stuff to get back home, where Division 2 junior colleges can only give you tuition scholarship money.
Okay. So Division 2 can give scholarship money.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Housing? Is there
Not housing, just tuition.
Just
tuition and books from the D2 area, where a Division 3 is tiered with, they don't have anything. Division 3 junior colleges can't give anything. The Division 1s kind of get the whole bulk end of everything, the whole package.
Okay. Now, how long have you been coaching in general? Like your overall just coaching career?
I knew I wanted to be a coach from the time I was 8 years old. I was a college basketball player at a Division 3 school, SUNY Oswego. The minute I left, the minute I graduated, I got right into coaching from SUNY New Paltz as an assistant coach, University of Mobile down in Alabama. Then I came back up here and did some high school, some AAU stuff, and then I got connected with a great coach that's at Damon now.
Okay.
Coach McDonald. I actually had the pleasure of coaching with him at Medaille, where we went to an NCAA tournament with them, and then at 30 years old, I got the head coaching job here.
All right. So how did you feel? Was it a hard transition when you got the head coaching? Were you ever an assistant coach?
Yeah, an assistant coach at New Paltz,
Okay.
and then an assistant coach for Coach McDonald at Medaille.
Okay.
I think during that year, Coach McDonald did reference me and said, "Hey, you're going to be a head coach next year. I can tell because you know what I mean. I can tell the way you're just kind of working it." And he kind of meant it in a really kind of motivating way. Of he could kind of see how much energy and passion I had towards it.
Okay.
Getting the call from Lee Wallace, that was the athletic director at Niagara County Community College at the time, it happened rather quickly.
Okay. Hang with us. I'm building up to it. So let me just jump this way real quick. COVID-19 pandemic is here. How do you see the season? What kind of things can you do? What can't you do? A lot of players are wondering, well, what can we do? What are we not allowed to do?
So we're basically following New York State guidelines first, and the regulations under what Governor Cuomo has us under.
Okay.
And those are a little bit behind what we can do junior college wise nationally, because every state has their different things. So we're following that to a T. Now Niagara County Community College is lucky enough that our athletic director and our president have really pushed to keep athletics here. We've got some great teams, from baseball, the soccer's on the rise, the women's basketball team, the softball team, the wrestling has been prominent for many, many years, and the volleyball team's been successful. So they realize how much pride we've brought to Niagara County Community College, and the president, as we went through COVID, hey, let's push it. And we're one of only 2 in Region 3 that are doing fall activities right now.
Okay. No, it seems like, like I said, I'm originally from Long Island, New York, and it seems like NCCC has been one of the elite, I would say, in schools program. You can see it getting better and better and better. We have ECC, I believe, downtown Buffalo, right?
Yep.
BCC, okay, ECC, which is also a pretty good program.
Correct. Alex Noir does a great job over there at Erie.
Okay, so NCCC tends to keep building and building and building. So, all right, let's throw these questions out here real quick. We got 2 questions from the audience. You guys wanted me to ask these questions, so somebody wanted to know, what is the biggest difference between D3 and junior college? Is there a level competition of difference? What would be your answer to that?
The biggest difference that you have to look at is, number one thing is going to be tuition. Number 2 is going to be a 4-year school versus a 2-year opportunity. If you've got dreams and passion and drive, and you're hungry and you're willing to put in the effort, then going to a junior college would probably make sense for you if you're still searching that scholarship out. With the 4-year school, you're going to go in an opportunity where there's juniors and seniors that are getting playing time that have a 3-4 year relationship with the head coach there. So obviously they're going to be ahead of the game from a freshman coming in, where here we're just competing against freshmen and sophomores for the most part.
Freshmen, so because it's a 2-year school, 2-year.
Yeah, it would vary from each program, from whatever Division III program compared to junior colleges. But I've heard other coaches, D2, D1, junior colleges, you could put it on TV and be entertained way more than you would be these high school All-American games.
Okay. Last question from the people. Can someone, I guess, if I don't know if you know, I played basketball here from Mike Esposito. I was from Long Island. Had dreads in my hair, came here and actually walked on to the team. So I kind of know this question. I didn't start my first year. Worked real hard. Started my second year. The talent was definitely different. It was a big man's game back then. But can someone make the team if they don't have a scholarship and they just want to come here and try out for the team? And what would their chances be?
In particular this year, last year we didn't really offer many opportunities. We had a tight-knit group that had been together for 2 or 3 seasons, and so we went with the philosophy of going with the guys that we had. We did do our full extensive of recruiting, but last year we didn't really open it up because we knew what we had to go with. This year, we brought in a whole new class. We only had actually 1 person returning that had playing time, so we went after kids that were looking for opportunities. COVID changed everything. You had to do a lot of internet recruiting and relationship recruiting with people that you already knew. And in fact, for us, we had some people that we said that we were full that still wanted to come here. I knew the situation with COVID, and they're welcome. You know, if you can play and you want to come here and get a tryout,
You give the opportunity.
work my guy. Me personally, I'll get phone calls, emails, text messages. Hey, what can I do here? And I say, hey, can you show up here and we'll get 50 minutes in, and I'll give you an honest observation of what I think your chances are.
Good.
I don't want to waste your time. I've had kids, I told them, hey, you probably won't make it, and they worked out with us for all summer long, and they didn't make the team once we got there, but they put themselves in a position to be successful somewhere else.
See, that's the key question. When you put yourself in the position to be successful, no handouts, just put yourself in position, and then that's when you get an opportunity. And we'll get into it. I'm pretty sure there's kids out there wondering, hey, you know, downstate, you know, wherever, you know, hey, they may see this and say, I want to give this guy a shot. You know, I want to come here. So, I mean,
yeah, it's reaching out, be aggressive. You know what I mean? Chase what your dreams are. And find the coaches that give the opportunity, and hopefully you meet some coaches that give you the honest feedback that you need for what level you should play at.
Exactly. All right, we'll wrap this up. Coach Beeline been here all day, so just real quick, let's just get into a conversation. A lot of kids say, hey, you know what? They hear junior college and they get turned off. Why do you think that is? Like, why do you, like, because I know you guys play some serious competition. And like you said, you've seen players with many different stories. Some have went D1, some went, I'm pretty sure, D3, D2. You know, why do you think players get kind of turned off when it comes to a junior college?
Maybe it's lack of information. You know, I mean, if kids were told that it was going to be a higher level of basketball, and they were educated and they got up there to see it themselves, they could be informed and kind of make a decision. And then there's the stigmatism that's been around forever of they messed up, so they're at junior college.
Okay.
And I think for our particular program, I mean, this year we've got kids we've got 8 or 9 guys that scored 1,000 points throughout their high school season. We've got kids in here that have 3.7 GPAs, 3.9, 3.4s, and they're mainly here trying to take advantage of the athletic opportunity.
Right.
And if you went and told someone and showed them 2 different bills between a private school and what a SUNY tuition cost was, and they wanted to make the $40,000 to $50,000 decision based on that, then you know what I mean. That they got the money, they can try it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like every player, and you can back me up on this or whatever, but I feel like everyone has their own path. You know, players have their own stories to write. Is there a particular story that you could, on top of your head, a particular young man that you could just kind of break down his story? We know about people in the NBA that, you know, oh, they went D3 or JUCO and now they're in the league. Do you have a story of a particular guy?
A lot of my alumni, I treasure when they reach out to me. We've actually had alumni by this week, whether they just graduated, they graduated a few years ago. Their feedback on this next group coming in, their feedback going to the group that we have now that's young and needs to hear the adversity you're going to go through and the obstacles. Like you said, the journey for everyone's different. Sometimes you're going around this way, sometimes you got to go up this hill, sometimes you're going down that water tube. It's going to be different.
Okay.
You know, Kyle Williams comes to mind, that was a Division III guy that barely played. One of our former guy got a hold of him because they were at St. Bonaventure together, just taking classes and training. And we brought Kyle in here for a visit. I saw the kid shoot, and I said, "Yeah, we need this kid."
Yeah.
And he ends up being my first Division I guy, and to put box kids into scenarios of, hey, you're a Division III guy, you're a Division II guy, you're a Division I guy, I think is wrong. We're basketball players, we're hoopers, we're people that want to be successful. Kyle left the Division III school, comes down to a junior college level, and then finds himself at Norfolk State as a Division I full ride, and now he's playing over in the United Kingdom, making professional money.
But see, that story right there to me is the kind of story that makes me. And I was a guy, trust me, I was a guy like, you know, we got to get D2, we got to get D1, you know. But obviously now it's been years, and I'm like, no, whatever your situation is the best for you, and you got to work it. You got to work it. So.
Oh, you gotta love it. Like, if you don't love it, you're not gonna make it through that journey of trying to get your goal.
Right. So, last question. So, your program, your style of coaching. Are you a run and gun coach? Are you a offense coach? How do you, like? They say a coach can ruin a player. Like, if a player's out there and he misses 3 shots, are you snatching them? Or are you letting them play? Like, how do you evaluate the taking someone out the game or leaving them in the game?
I'm a big body language guy. I do think you have to be kind of brilliant in your shot selection. I'm also a mentor and a teacher, so I don't mind pulling a kid out for a minor mistake and say, hey, look, I asked you to get to the nail and you only got to the elbow. I'm putting you right back in, but you understand what the nail is and where the elbow is. You know, and as long as you've gotten that feedback that you've taught them, well, now you're giving them run to play a little bit. I think we've simplified a very complex offense that I allow guys, and guys have actually formed what our offense is because I've watched guys do something different with it and then went, oh, that will really work.
Right.
You know?
Trusting the offense.
And then back to the AAU days. Why am I trying to run an offense when I can play 1v0? Play defense, rebound, outlet. If you're a 4th, 5th, 6th grade AAU coach, that's all you need to do. Play defense, rebound, outlet, get layups, high percentage shots.
Right. That's that's good, man. Good information.
Because I tried running the complicated stuff with the 4th, 5th, 6th graders, and eventually I figured out, we're making this too complicated.
Right. Just kind of go out there and just run. And yes, honestly, that's the nut and bulk of it, man. I really hope today that, you watching right now, if someone wants to contact you, do you accept contact email? Can somebody email you?
Yeah, all my information's on the website.
All right, and I'll post it as well. So.
Yeah, I'm Coach B Beeline on Twitter and on Instagram. People will message me here or there. We've got a whole bunch of stuff loaded up that we can share information with people so that we can educate them on what the opportunities of NCCC are, as well as just our program or just basketball information.
Exactly. All right, so there you have it, man. P2OM Sports Moment. I caught up with Coach Beeline, and I knew it would be an educational conversation. We threw some questions out there. If you have more questions, you can also email me, info@put2me.com. And once again, the Facebook is super important. It's p2om.com. The website is put2me.com, and Twitter and Instagram is put2onme. So it's super simple. A lot of put twos and a lot of on me's, but you can watch this 1,000 times and you'll get to go where you got to go. All right, so Coach, I appreciate you.
Appreciate
your time, catching up with us. And listen, if you have any questions for Coach, once again, he's more than helpful. He's helped me out with a number of things, and I definitely appreciate that. And listen, P2OM Sports Moment, share this. I want your information. I want to speak to players, coaches. I want to speak to you guys. We are a multi-sports platform. Remember, there's no competition. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. See you later.